Hey, this is Prak with RPMD and Digital Life. Been getting a lot of requests to review the quality of board, and if you guys have been watching the news and you order this, you might be worried that you ordered the wrong board. And if you notice, 3 or 4 of these have caught on fire, and we have this board for over a year now, so we've been running into all sorts of boards, so we can distinguish the quality, what's bad and what's good. When we first started out, there was a company in the northern states sent us a board, and we were repairing it, and it caught on fire. So, and then there's some board that has particularly certain issues, and then we found some boards to be high quality, and this is over hundreds of repairs and over a year of research. So what I'm going to give you guys is the rundown of what to look for in a board. And we're going to start off with the lowest end of the board. Okay, you can see right here what you should look for if you have an opportunity to open it up. If you don't see a main logic board and all you see is a battery next to the logic board like this, and this battery we opened up is not really that exposed, okay? But what I want to show you guys is the difference. This main one here has a logic board integrated with a balance sensor, and everything is crammed into one, and the motor itself is really close to the source. This is a heat sink, and the heat sink is resting against the battery, which is a bad sign that this is definitely not a good idea. And if you notice right here, you can see the fuse actually blew up on here. The problem was the capacitor is actually holding way too much charge, and when the fuse shorted, the capacitor actually blew also. And we were lucky that the battery didn't catch on fire, because one of my employees was riding this to test, and it smoked in the parking deck. And every board that we run into that has a independent integrated heat sink and balance sensor with logic board and no main logic board to actually stop the power flow, you'll stand a good chance that it'll catch on fire. So these are the boards that you want to stay away from. Okay, we run into these boards. These normally don't catch on fire, but they are a imitation logic board. As you can see, this yellow logic board here, it's manufactured by another company, not reparable, and they use the component of a higher quality boards, but again, the workmanship on it and just the yellow logic board is indicative that it's been a reproduction, and it's a knockoff of a higher end board. However, the battery on this particular one is decent. When you look for the battery, you want to make sure it's been inspected and you have the right voltage rating. And this one is a 36 watt battery on a 36 motor. If you have a 42 watt battery on a 36 motor, you're going to have either a burnt motor or a blown out battery. Okay. With this particular board, pretty decent. It has a switch and a capacitor, so all the power is being charged. Anything that's over will be switched off, and then the charger will be turned off. But in case it doesn't, these batteries do have, if you look underneath here, they do have their own little charge cell charger right here in these. And this is actually a high quality cell charger. I just opened it up. What you're going to get is this blue sheeting around it. But what you're looking for is the QC mark here, quality check, and you look for the rating. And this rating here is at 36, and it's been quality checked. The things that caught on fire, I've done some research, and they were made in the back alley somewhere with someone that just want to make a quick buck, and so that's the incident. These things, I'm not guaranteeing that they will never go bad. I'm not saying that they will never go bad, but when you do look for it, sadly you have to open up the board to see it. But we QC all this, and when they have a charge controller and it's been QC, it's done in a factory and it's done correctly. Okay? All right, let's move on to the higher end board. Okay, and if you paid over $500 for your board, you're going to be getting one of these boards here. This is the Green Logic board. This is a pretty high standard board. The battery here is a 36 watt, 36 wheels right here. Pretty high capacity, and these are transistors, as you can see here. These are the one that's actually supplying power to the wheels, and the transistor and heatsink is actually on the plate. So the whole body becomes a heatsink, and it's not sacrificing the batteries. You notice the heatsink is on this side and the battery is on this side. So if there's a battery next to a heatsink, you know that's a bad idea to begin with, because once the battery gets going and you ride for a couple hours, the temperature of the battery gets close to 140 and the heatsink actually gets even hotter. So what you're going to have is you create a climate where either the heatsink fail or the battery is going to explode. Okay, so that's the problem that you have. If you do have one of the lower end one, my advice to you is, you know, when you watch while you're charging. Okay, no more than 2 hours of charging, and ride it outside. The moment you see smoke, get off the board and just let it be. Okay, don't spray it with a garden hose, because you don't put water on an electrical fire. You just make it worse. All right, these are the blue board. These are also the high-end boards. These are the boards that you will see on like $1,000 boards and up. You know, Ironhawk and Swagway, they would probably have the Blue Logic board here. These were the OG of all the boards when they were built. And when they first made these over a year ago, they only made it in the blue board. And these are done by a reputable dealer. And you can look at here, this is actually a Samsung battery. So this is a high-end board. These will retail, if you pay over $1,000 for these boards, you're getting these. You're getting longevity, you're getting distance, you're getting quality. And if you don't have that kind of money, I would say stay with the green board. It's safer. You know, $500 and up. And if you can afford $1,000 or more, go with the blue board. We have both. Okay, any questions? Okay, however, if you got one of these boards for Christmas, it's not a total loss, because the frame, the shell, the wheel, and the frame of it is high quality. So we can retrofit your board to either match the $500-600 board or even to the $1,000 board. For an additional $300, we can move up a level for you. And once we fix these, we are able to offer a warranty on these things. And again, if you're not sure, bring it by to a shop. If you don't, if you're not nearby, you can go to our website below and ship it to us, and we can definitely take a look at it and tell you whether it's safe or not to ride. But if you follow these simple instructions, you or your family member will enjoy riding this.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and visit us at digitallifex.com.